Alright, so I know all of you are here to see music, and I'm here to bore you with some comedy. It's open mic technically, and through no fault of Tony's, I'm his failed guitar student, so I'm doing comedy instead. But, you know, here's the thing. If Amazon, if I was in a relationship with Amazon, and I was on social media, I would probably describe the relationship as it's complicated. Because we have our good and bad. I mean, when it's good, it's really good. I'll be sitting on the couch, watching TV, really busy. I think of something I want. It arrives within 1-2 days tops. So if I needed gloves, say, which is kind of weird in August to want gloves, but since I refer to them as my strangling gloves, I guess that works for August any time of year, really. But or an umbrella, or most likely one of the most common purchases are charging cords, charging blocks, and they're there within 2 days, and if they're not, that's when I start getting mad at Amazon. 3 days? 3 days. I have to wait before I get my useless consumer product? A whole 3 days? Sometimes it doesn't even arrive at all, or it's 4 or 5 days. You know, that's when the relationship gets a little rocky. But, you know, you work through these things. And in May, I could not find anything, so I went on this organizing kick. I guess a little late for spring cleaning. It was more like pre-summer cleaning. And I got my arms around everything I had because I couldn't find anything. So I found all the gloves, put them together, matched up right and left. I seem to have a lot of right-handed ones, lost to the left. But I threw those out. So I ended up with 19 pairs of gloves. 19. 4 of which are the same brand, same model, same size, same color. Umbrellas had 13. I mean, we only have 3 humans and 3 dogs in our house. We have more than our dogs could use and humans. And then charging cords and charging blocks. I kid you not. Two huge bins of charging cords and blocks. 2 of them. I gave them away to a lot of members of the family just to make room. But I'm going to come back to Amazon. I want to kind of move on to just a couple of other ideas that I wanted to bring up to you. Was about 3 years ago now, we're building a new house in Wonder Lake, and we were homeless because we had to sell our other house. We were homeless for about 5.5 months, and we moved from Airbnb to Airbnb with our dogs, and we were like fugitives on the run. And I actually gained an insight into what children of fugitives must go through, because they would be okay with us, but if we left to go to dinner, they'd be like, "Are you going to a new Airbnb? Are you finally leaving us?" And it all worked out. We moved in, but during that 5.5 month period, a man's got to watch TV. You know, well, what do I do while I'm waiting for Amazon to arrive? So, cut the cord. You know, people are always telling you, "Jack, you've got to cut the cord. Cut the cord." So we cut the cord because we had to. We were moving around, and we got all apps. I mean, everyone has the standard Netflix. We got the Hulu. We got Disney Plus. We got a couple others, which as long as you know the passwords and how to do it, you can do it. But the problem is now that we've moved in, some of the apps are really forgiving. They let you binge the whole season right there, sometimes more than a season. But the really mean apps, platforms, they drag them out every week. Which the problem for me is that a whole week goes by, I've often forgotten about the program entirely, so I've just seen episode 1 and never saw it again after that. Or we are watching it and I remember to see it, but cannot remember what platform it is on. I can't even remember the title. And so we'll have this like insane conversation like, yeah, you remember it was that program with the actor and there was a plot, a bunch of stuff happened, you know the one. So sometimes we just lose that. So we now actually have like a book that we keep track of every single show that we're watching, so we just consult the book. I mean, we could give away the dogs, but the book of where all the shows are, we cannot. But I do want to get to one other story, and I'm going to come back to Amazon and let you continue with the funny music here tonight. I think all of you out here, if you're being truthful, unless you're younger, which I see one person out there, probably has their pizza making story, usually at about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You know, you're drunk, you do something stupid, making pizza. But this one's a little different. It was 5 or maybe 5:36, and I was completely sober. And I was making a cheese pizza. My wife likes cheese pizza. I like to doctor it up a little bit. So I sat there, made a Mediterranean, had some basil, some olive oil, some feta cheese, even an anchovy or two. And then I got it out, shoved it into the oven. Yeah, I have a large tool like this. Shoved it in the oven. Cooked it for about the 20 minutes. It said, open it up. It looks raw, like nothing is cooked. Like they can't be, I can smell it. So my wife got involved and she starts looking at it for a second. And keep in mind, I'm completely sober. Keep that in mind. She takes a look at it and she goes, you idiot, it's upside down. I had doctored the pizza upside down because the crust is like white crushed down crust and the other side is white crushed down cheese. They look the exact same. So, right. So at that point, she takes over and I'm sort of standing on the sideline like shivering going, uh-oh, this one's bad. I don't really have an excuse. So now I'm opening doors. There's cheese now starting to melt from the bottom into the oven. Still have the mess now. And it ended up like pizza soup. I did eat it though, but you know, be that as it may. But I'll come back to Amazon. I promise I'll let you go after this. You know, our relationship has had its ups and its downs, but another one that's really fun is a lot of people hook up, including us, Alexa to your Amazon. I don't know if you've done that, and it's fantastic. If you run out of something, you go, Alexa, add milk to the shopping list, and there it is. Alexa, add cheese to the shopping list. And then when you go to the store, you can just check it off as you get it. That's fantastic. So I was over at a friend's house, his name's Baggins, really, and it was a couple of our other friends, and we were sitting there, and he had to keep leaving the room to talk to his wife. So I got the idea to order things through Alexis. And I would say, this was the first one. I mean, this is true. Alexa, add How to Kill Your Wife, a book on how to kill your wife, to the shopping list. Alexa, add some rope to the shopping list. Alexa, add a large human-sized garbage bag to the shopping list. So my friends are doing it all. And here's the best part to this day. He never said a word about it. The conversation he must have had with his wife must have been interesting, to say the least. And sure that's why it's never come up. I didn't order a book like that. I didn't order a book on how to tie knots that you couldn't get out of. Anyway, I've really got to stop. I've got to cut this relationship off. I need to go clean, and I need to stop ordering useless consumer products on Amazon. So with that, Alexa, please add a book on how not to order things on Amazon to the shopping list. All right. Thank you. My name is Jack Perrin. Thank you for listening.